Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. We're taking a look here at Solana, just double checking the charts before end out the day, or rounding out the day essentially. I just want to kind of reaffirm a few things in case you missed my video earlier today. But if you did catch it, still important to tune in because there's a couple of little updates that have happened since then. So we can touch on this ABC pattern here as a potential play out. Just kind of prefacing, letting you know that this is only going to occur if the price action effectively loses this trend line here. Still looking pretty good. Don't read into that. It isn't going to go to 220. That's just a hypothetical if the price ends up making lower lows and lower highs, right? So just bear that in mind, okay? I just like to throw that out there because some people just kind of, they see what's on the chart and they're like, okay, great. I'm gonna sell and buy low. Well, you may not need to because Solana is still looking pretty good. But the truth is, we're not sure how much higher up this could go, right? Is this the very top, or is this or is it gonna continue higher, right? That's what we're here for. So let's double check that. Now, so far it's playing out pretty well. It's bounced off this 237, 236 range, so which is good. That's kind of expected for the price to pull back to the local high. That's very normal. Is it going to continue higher? Well, a lot of that hinges on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's doing pretty well, but it's also really like sporadically jumping up and down. However, still honoring its ascending trend. So we're going to presume the same thing is going to happen with Solana too. All right. So let's, again, if you presume, you don't assume, and assuming is generally a bad thing, right? Let's presume instead. Anyways, that's a bad joke, tasteless joke, but that's all I got. So Solana, let's go ahead and take a look at liquidation. Before we do though, I ask you just to hit the like button, comment below maybe if you get a chance. Love to hear your thoughts, but more importantly, if you hit the like button on every single video, it really helps get this in front of more people, gets less moon boys, it helps moon boys destroy less people because they may watch my video instead of theirs and realize that trading isn't all about going to the freaking moon and the stratosphere, okay? So having said that, last 7 days doesn't tell us too much. We're gonna wanna zoom in on the last 12 hours for Solana, kind of see what really is going on with the price action. And we can see we're closer to upper liquidation levels. So that's 241 upwards of about 250, okay? Right in that range, we can see a lot of liquidation. So that generally implies that we're more likely to retest this high and continue higher. Again, a lot of people are shorting that level. Now keep in mind, just because it's there doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's just kind of a consistent phenomenon in trading, right? I wouldn't even say it's a phenomenon. It's actually just market makers 101. They are essentially liquidating any high leverage trades, and that's essentially what's going on. And at this point, with our liquidation delta still being kind of high, it's actually tapering off, which is good. This lets us know there's more longs in the market. You're more likely to find success going with the grain instead of against it, okay? And then if we take a look at open interest, I don't think this has changed too much since I looked at it earlier. There's people that are heavy at 238 as a rough estimate, and then prior to that, of course, 216, we know that was a previous low. So that's the foundation of what's going on. Let's go to the daily, work our way down, see what's going on here, and recognize a few things. First of all, there is still a fair value gap as low as 222. So hypothetically, again, the price does, ABC out, then that should be the tentative bottom for us. That's really close to that 0.618 fib level. So as a worst case scenario, the price continues lower. I think the 220 to 230 range would be a solid consideration just based on that being a support, local highs, spent a lot of time there before it broke out. Taking a look, of course, at the SMAs, we're good to go there. It's above everything. The daily time frame is truly just extra bullish, okay? And keep in mind, most coins are gonna look like that right now, so I don't think you should read much into it. The daily time frame is helpful though. It gives us perspective on support ranges, which again is at the area of that I've already identified here, okay? So see here, I think I'm gonna remove the fibs here because that's just kind of adding confusion. I believe I might have accidentally created a second fib level there, duplicated it. But the easy way to understand it here is on the 4-hour time frame. We're honoring the ascending trend here, the 50-day and the 20-day SMA, more specifically the 20 right here, letting us know that we're still on the right side of the tracks, okay? So staying above the 20 gives us confirmation, letting us know that we're in good shape to take it long, okay? Having said that, we take a look here, of course, at stochastic RSI. Even though it's swinging down, our RSI and money flow index are maintaining a really good level. And same thing with the MACD. Trying to diverge, hasn't fully yet. We may just see an MACD-FU and the price bounces here moving forward. So there are two things that you need to recognize. First of all, the price pulls back. I've already identified 220 to 225 rough estimate for the local support. Those are previous highs. You got to recognize though, macro highs, all-time highs is roughly 259/260. That's what this red line is on the chart. That's a big deal there. If we do end up pushing higher, there's a strong chance we'll see some rejection there. It's just very common, very consistent for all-time highs to either to be retested and to reject initially, or if it's broken, it'll come back down to retest it later. one of those two things happens. It's common though, most common for the price to reject the very first time. Ichimoku Cloud confirming here, letting us know we're still in mostly good shape. The thing I don't love here is the lagging span's getting close to the price action. Basically just telling us from a conservative standpoint, the price action may continue lower, okay? Because we lost momentum, we haven't had a chance to really, finish legging up, so to speak. And since it hasn't, we may actually see the price action continue lower. So we might see, head and shoulders on the way down. There's that ABC pattern potential. So if we don't establish higher highs here, we're going to be in a likely further downtrend, okay? Again, a lot of things factor in. We want to look at the charts again later. We also want to understand what Bitcoin's doing at that time too. Bitcoin has been chop city. So if you like chopped salad, you like anything that's chopped, Bitcoin is your go-to right now. But good news is Solana isn't truly responding like super adversely to any of that. It's super strong in comparison to Bitcoin right now. So I think that gives us more propensity for further upside. Okay. So most things are pointing up right now. Just know there are some cracks in the glass that we got to be mindful of. And for right now, I don't think it's too much to worry about based on the fact that we're respecting this trend line here. Okay, so it's kind of what we're looking at there. I'll post a playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord here shortly, and we'll go from there. In the meantime, thanks again so much for always liking the videos, commenting below occasionally. You don't have to do it every time, but it's great to hear from you. And obviously, take advantage of this Bitunix offer here if you haven't already. Progressive prize pool, 60K. Available for the top 20 traders. Awesome stuff. They've been offering these kind of bonuses like almost every month too. So just use my link to register. You'll always be eligible for future promotions. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Look forward to seeing you next one. Take care.